show you what this looks like. We this fell out when we were cleaning up, so we're just going to show you. That's the root system to the lawn that grew down through the grate into this 90 fitting because they didn't use a pop-up emitter. It made the shape of the fitting. It's a good root structure, but that clogged it and that flooded his basement right there. Here's another 90 that was used at the end of the downspout line. You can see the grass was growing in it. We hit it with the sod cutter. There's a lot of shingle gravel in here. Because there was no catch basins, no leaf filters. Unfortunately, this was the bare minimum. This is what the landscaper gives you for $400, and you get what you pay for.
Taking that off, I mean, because that elbow is totally clogged.
All right, so this downspout ran under all this landscape, and then they dumped it right here. Now, this is what we see all the time. So the guys kept this for me until I got here. So this is the discharge end. This is really popular. Guys like to use a T or a 90 and then just put a 4-inch grate on the end. So I just wanted to show you what happens when you do that. You can see all the grass roots growing deep inside. This plugged. So this guy's basement was flooding, and this is why. Instead of taking that a little bit further, which it does need to go a little further to empty the line, because this is super flat right in here, so you want to get this line to drop low. The discharge has to be lower than the rest of the line, otherwise water is going to sit in it. And without a pop-up with a turf restrictor plate, grass is always going to grow over your discharge line. Once that happens, all your hard work is for nothing. All right, so this is a pop-up emitter with a turf restrictor plate. Had this been here, the grass would have never grown over top of this. Now, we're going to use not quite a 90 fitting. You can see the grass roots go all the way down to get all that water. The reason why there was plenty of water is because they didn't run it far enough. We see this a lot. So this line always held water. We're going to do like a mini dry well with the pop-up right here. We got so much fall here that the line upstream, it won't have any water in it. Once the rain is over with, that's it, man. It's dry for the most part, and a little bit of water left, it'll just sit there in that little pop-up elbow and it'll leach away because we do a mini dry well. All right, the guys, they're going to put a riser on this catch basin as it slips on. No glue, no screws. That's just to bring it to grade so that the lid is at the surface. You never know how deep your catch basins are going to be. Now, what you see here, how Francisco overdug this, that basin is levitating. The pipe is holding it up. There's 3 inches between this catch basin and the fabric. So when Francisco pours the pea stone in, it's just going to roll like marbles right under the catch basin. It's going to fill that void under the catch basin. That's how you want to do it. That's the correct way, because the biggest fear is that you lift the catch basin up to get pea stone under it. That's a no-no, because when you raise this line, this has a belly in it. Now everything's going to get trapped in that belly, and that's where the line's going to clog. So your line has to have nice slope, and you have to really be conscious of this when you're installing your catch basin. You just want to pour the pea stone, let it roll under the catch basin, go ahead and add a little bit more to the sides, and then just tuck the fabric down like that. Now you can throw the dirt over it, and the dirt won't fill the voids of the pea stone. That's the proper way to install a catch basin. The same rules apply for the pop-up emitter. Oversize the hole so that there's a lot of pea stone that's going to roll under it. Do not tape the pop-up emitter on. Do not tape it. That's where the water is going to leak out. After the rain, after we have a really good rain, and you move all the bulk water safely away from the structure, the little bit that's in this elbow, if you have 1% slope, you're just going to have a little bit in this elbow. It's not going to be that big of a deal. The only way this whole line holds water is if your whole line is flat and it has no slope and no drop. You have to run it till you finally reach a point in the yard where it drops right off. This pop-up needs to be lower than the rest of this line. That's the only way this system's not going to hold water. If this is higher than the discharge end, it's impossible for it to hold water. So if you got water in your line, you need to take your line out further to where the grade breaks. The pea stone's going to end up all around this fitting. It's going to be piled up around this fitting. The water's going to leak right from this pop-up emitter. No problem. Do not hurt the integrity of the not quite a 90 by drilling holes in it. We build our pop-up emitter like in many dry wells. We install it and treat it no different than a dry well. You have the fabric to separate the subsurface soil from your stone because you don't want that to mix. If the subsurface soil mixes with the pea stone, it'll fill all the voids and it won't work. Just go ahead and fold the extra fabric over, cut that with a box knife, slip it over the fitting like that. That's it. Tuck it down, cover the stone so that you can start backfilling with dirt. You can see right here, Francisco, he went ahead and put the dirt back on that catch basin, brought it to grade. Has it set up perfect so that you can just put that turf restrictor plate. There's only one riser. So if we're not that deep, I love the 4-inch. It's my favorite because it's the easiest to get in and out of. It's quick, it's fast, and I'm all about efficiency and convenience. Backfill, be careful not to get dirt under your pipe. This was the perfect installation of both pop-up and catch basin. Stand on the pipe as you push the dirt onto the pipe. That way you don't have to worry about the dirt getting under the pipe and you lose that perfect slope you worked so hard for. Once you have the line held in place, you can now push the dirt into the trench. The guys have set so many catch basins and pop-ups, they know exactly what they're looking for. If this is your first time to do this, you might put the cover on and then realize that you need to build up the dirt a little more so that it's not hollow under the cover. You want there to be dirt to support the turf restrictor plate. That's a perfect installation of a pop-up emitter with a turf restrictor plate. Catch basin lid was set the same way. Flush with the grass. Now you can access this line from 3 locations. You have the leaf filter, which has 3 patents on it. Right here is a removable screen. So you can put a garden hose in there and just for a peace of mind, if that's what you want. I like it for, inspecting them with a camera. Pop that lid off, suck that out with a shop vac, done. Nothing more than that. And of course, it's super easy to get in the end over here because you take a screwdriver and you put it right there and pop that clip. This lid comes out. Now you can use it for whatever you need to use it for. Camera inspection, jetter. I don't anticipate anything to ever happen to this line, especially because we're maxing it out. It's a 2x3 downspout. We have 3 2x3 downspouts on one gutter run. We have a downspout here, and a downspout up here. This is normal. Big, long gutter run, very intimidating. But guess what? There's 3 downspouts taking care of that gutter run. Because the water seeks level in the gutter run, all 3 of these downspouts are always going to be handling their share of the water. They're 2x3s, so we can't overwhelm this 3-inch pipe. So that's what we did. Instead of putting a 4-inch pipe on it, on any of these downspouts, I don't like 4-inch pipe until I have 2x3 downspouts to tie together, because you're not pushing enough water through the 4-inch pipe to keep it clean. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. It supports the channel. If you have any questions regarding this installation, leave them in the comments section. I'm your host, Robert Sherwood, and until the next video.